Hello everyone, it's Tanya in Calgary, and welcome to this vlog. This vlog is about making the most of your open houses and giving people something of value when they come and go. I sat open houses religiously when I first started, and that is how I picked up probably 85% of the buyers that I worked with. I had no sphere of influence in Calgary. I knew absolutely no one. And so I thought, what is a way that I'm gonna meet people and meet people in volume? And so the great thing about open houses is people are coming to you, but I feel like a lot of agents today, they just sit up their signs and they hope that people come. And in Calgary, we have a lot of ways to kind of prepare for an open house. Outside of advertising it on, of course, our realtor.ca or matrix system, which is our operating system, I encourage my agents to flyer the community or the homes surrounding the open house before the community. I also encourage my agents to set up a lot of signs. We don't need massive balloon signs or balloons, but putting up 2 or 3 signs isn't gonna help route people to your open house, because the reality is we can advertise it on Matrix, realtor.ca, but having a lot of signs out at all of the major intersections is really important. Now with social media, we can also advertise it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can do something called Facebook Live or Instagram Live, where you can do kind of an intro about come visit me at the open house. So getting people to the open house is really important. And I've actually been chatting with a number of realtors around the city recently that the open houses have been really slow. And I think that that is just indicative of our current market right now. Now, once you get people to the open house and once you have people come in, I've actually had people say, you know what, I walked into the open house and the agent was on their phone the whole time and handed me a feature sheet. Well, that agent isn't doing the listing justice, and they're definitely not doing themselves justice. If you're spending 2 to 3 hours out of your day to prepare for all of this, you might want to be available to people when they walk through the door. It's really important to know your information. I always brought a little laptop with me, and if the home didn't have Wi-Fi, I had a little media stick or telestick, sorry. And so I was able to bring up realtor.ca there as I was speaking with clients. So sometimes a client would say, oh, there was this home that sold 6 months ago on my street. And so I was able to pull it up while they were walking around the open house. And by the time they got back, we were able to discuss it. I had picked up many clients that way by just being able to give them something of value. And oftentimes that's an information proposition. So being able to say, hey, this one sold here, that one sold there. And you could have printouts ahead of time, but I always found it more valuable. I would take their email and I would send them this information so they would have it when they got home. I would also make sure that I knew a lot about the property. So I didn't just stroll in the front door and read the feature sheet. I knew who the builder was. I knew if it had in-floor heat. I knew the history of it if it was in an older community. So maybe how many times it had been bought and sold since 1950. And just relevant information of the property. What type of upgrades have been done on it? When we send out our email list on a weekly basis for other realtors to sit our listings, I ask those agents to reach out to me before they sit our sellers' homes so we can educate them on the property that they're sitting. Especially if it's new construction, people want to know who the builder is. Introducing yourself, being cheerful, not being on your phone, except if maybe you're pulling up information for somebody, and just really being present at the open house. It's amazing that if you're available to people and you're resourceful, that you will probably have really, really good interaction throughout the process. And if people feel that there's a connection, which oftentimes that's why people choose their agent, there's a good chance they're going to end up using you. Try to get someone's information. Ask if they're working with a realtor and respect that relationship. That was one of the first questions I would ask once people walk through the home is, how long have you been searching? Do you live in the area? What is your criteria? And are you working with a realtor? And if they were working with a realtor, I would ask who their agent was and I would say, great, have such and such give me a call if you have any questions. We always want to respect other industry members. So those are just a few tips about sitting open houses and maybe what to do to prepare for them. and what to do while you're in the home, and really utilize your time. That is the one thing that I can say. Utilize your time. You can do your social media another day, but really connect with the people that walk through your open house and know your product. So thanks for tuning into my vlog about open houses. Have a great day, and we'll chat with you soon. Bye.